When I read that U.S. Treasury Series I bonds are paying 9.62% interest, the first thing I thought of is, why am I not invested in Treasury Series I bonds? After all, you've got the economic disruptions caused by the war in Ukraine. Then you've got the lingering, never-ending supply chain crisis, and then issues that we've had with the horrible issues that we've had with COVID-19. Well, it's easy to understand why investors are flocking to the safety of Treasury Series I bonds. After all, investors, they know that bonds are less likely to incur losses, less likely than stocks to incur losses. So it does make a lot of sense. Well, in this video, I'll talk about Treasury Series I bonds. I'll give you the details, and then I'll also tell you why Treasury Series I bonds are the number one investment to make right now. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Well, as I said before the break, in this video, I'm going to tell you why Treasury Series I bonds are the number one investment to make right now. And I've already revealed that one of the reasons is this high interest rate of 9.62%. But before I get into it anymore, I do want to mention that in the description box, I've got a couple of freebies for you. I've got a link to my free 5-sentence cover letter. It's a cover letter that I say hiring managers can't resist. I created it to go along with your resume. You can use a sentence or two, or you can use the entire cover letter. Now, I also have in the description box, I also have a link to a career aptitude test. If you're thinking about starting a new career, you want some insight into what kind of a career is best for you, well, check out my free career aptitude test. Now, once you take that test, if you decide you want to go further, you want to find out what jobs are out there for you, well, you can go ahead, and they do have a paid version, and a lot of people I know use that paid version if they really want to dive deep into their career. So now, my friends, let me tell you about I bonds. Well, first, they are a type of savings bond, and they become popular recently because of skyrocketing inflation here in the United States. And that inflation rate in the U.S. is currently 8.6% for the 12 months that ended in May of 2022. In I bonds, they pay a fixed rate that currently is 0%, and that rate stays the same throughout the 30-year life of the bond. But the bond, it also pays a variable rate based on inflation that is adjusted every 6 months. And that current variable rate is, as I mentioned, 9.62%. And I did say 9.62%. It's a fantastic rate. Now, the interest rate on I bonds is compounded semi-annually. So every 6 months from the bond's issue date, well, interest the bond earned in the 6 previous months is added to the bond's principal value, and that creates a new principal value, and that interest is then earned on the new principal. The compound interest you earn on I bonds, it is a benefit, but keeping your money safe and keeping the value up is obviously one of the real benefits of I bonds. Now, investors don't need much money to start investing in I bonds. As a matter of fact, you can start out for as little as $25, but the limit is $10,000. Now, I bonds do have to be purchased. They must be purchased directly from the Treasury's website. Now, another stipulation is this. You can buy, as I mentioned, no more than $10,000 worth per person per calendar year. And you also can't redeem these bonds for at least 1 year after you make your purchase. Now, if you do cash out any time over the first 5 years of owning the bond, you'll face a penalty that's equal to 3 months worth of interest. So I bonds, they're not a place if you want to deposit cash for an emergency fund. Now, I want to be clear. I want to be crystal clear that I'm not offering investment advice. To quote Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, he says that savvy investors would do best to learn what you know and what you don't. And he says, act very vigorously when you see something that you consider to be a good opportunity. If you're interested in learning more about I bonds, or if you want to get in on the action, well, just go to treasurydirect.gov. Now, I do want to mention that in order to open a Treasury Direct account, an individual or an entity's account manager, well, you've got to have a valid Social Security number. You must be 18 years of age or over, and the Treasury Direct account website, well, they say you've got to be legally competent. Don't know why they had to mention that, but I guess it's important. Well, listen, that's all I got for you today, folks. I do want to thank you for watching this video. I also want to say if you have any comments, any questions, please submit them in the comment section, or you could always send me an email. I always get to the emails as fast as possible. I enjoy reading your comments and your emails. So, again, that's all I've got for you. I will say one more thing, though. If you would, consider subscribing to Over 50 TV. It's easy to do. Just got to hit that little red button. Now, there's also a little bell. I should mention that. If you hit that little bell every single time I upload a new video, you'll be notified in your inbox. Well, again, that's all I got for you. I want to thank you for watching this video. And as I always say, have a great day, everybody.